reason why as well, like, I can't like. I think Miles Lewis-Skelly might start the season over him, which is a madness.
As he should.
But it could be that I think he deserves to. Yeah, that Champions League final was to getting the ball and turning and running through PSG's midfield. Like, I think he's earned the right to start. So I'm not going to be hot on Zubimendi because I'm like, brother, you just corner, chill on the bench, enjoy your time. When you get your moments, you're going to have to take them. Otherwise, you're going to lose that spot. But like,
facts.
Yeah, for me, I'm not, he's not, because we got someone there covering him. I'm not really pointing the finger as much. Gyökeres, we also got people like Havertz can cover him, but I'm looking at Gyökeres like, you're supposed to be the main guy. I suppose Zubimendi is as well, but Skelly, I don't know. I think that they both offer something that's so unique and benefiting Arsenal that, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I can let that one slide a little piece. That's kind of biased though, really, because I'm not giving Gyökeres and Havertz the same grace. So
no, tough. Because if I'm honest, Cecil, like Zubi, Gyökeres, Eze, I praise you. I still praise you. I give you your excuses where I think you do. It's only because I think there's more to give. I described all three of you as level raisers. I do believe that. But if I name my strongest 11 and what I think Mikel Arteta's strongest 11 is, Zubi, I can't guarantee you're in that now, granted, because Lewis Skelly's took his chance. Kai Havertz, I think you're there ahead of Gyökeres, whether that's your fault or not. Martin Odegaard, I think you're there ahead of Eze. I want these questions to have answers. And if everybody steps up, I've even got a radical thought around Odegaard. I think we need to make him our Bernardo Silva, genuinely. Like, I said this, not the Bernardo Silva thing, but when Odegaard had that great season where he was scoring goals, I always said you might rob Odegaard of those goals, those assists, those runs, him in the final third, that kind of final action. But if you step him further back, and granted the conditions have to be right, you might give the team greater impetus in it. Like, I have some radical things with Odegaard. Like, I think you could play deeper in midfield if the conditions right. I think you obviously can play in the role you're at. I think you could be when I say wide playmaker, you know what I mean. That's not a winger, like touchline on the boots and whatnot. But I think you could be that, because I do think Odegaard needs to be remodeled. You might go from being a first name on the team sheet to a valued squad player, and people see that as a diss, but we've seen that already. Ben White was one of the first names on the team sheet. Timber's come in, he's better than him. White becomes a decent squad player. Like, and indirectly, that's how you raise the ceiling or the floor or whatever the hell they say, man. So it's techie, man. Like, we ain't got, like, I'll be real. If your name is not Saliba, Gabriel, when he's fit, Timber, David Raya, I don't know if I've said Rice, historically Saka, but I am giving you I'm giving you clout of what you are versus what you are right now, isn't it? Unless you're them, I think your position is up for debate. And obviously them as well, you got to keep doing what you're doing and all that kind of crap. But still, man. And like you said, Lewis Skelly deserves to be starting. I wanted to show you this. Well, go on.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, yeah, you're right there. Zubi. Oh, that was a big statement. Yeah, Zubi should prove more than Skelly at Arsenal. We're just getting...
Wait, where do you see that? Zubi
proved more than Skelly.
Oh, are you sure? I don't know, you know. I think that's cap. Miles Lewis Skelly's done more. Granted, the expectations are different. Like, Zubi's come in, Euro winner. Everyone was on to you for the best part of a year. But I think that's cap. I think that's cap. I think Lewis Skelly's done a lot more in an Arsenal shirt. Like, let's not forget what he's done in the last 2 years in general, how he's dealt with the pressure off the field, how he's dealt with the whole City stuff, how he's made himself an England international, how he was a big part player last season, and then he's starting in the champs. And thank the Lord we had him, because let's have it right. People lose form, but Zubimendi looked like a little kid that's lost his mum in Sainsbury's. Let's have it right. And this coming from one of Zubimendi's biggest defenders. I think that's cap.
I agree. Actually, that's yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's been longer. Vimal's been there long. He's come. Yeah. I'm not getting giddy. He has. Yeah, that back end as well. This season was so good for him. So they've both been good though. We dropped off both of them. But yeah, exactly.
And everyone has their time. But that's what I mean about, like, there's only a couple, and I know not everyone can do it for 38 games. People have bad games, all that kind of jazz. But there's only a couple man in the squad that for the majority of the season, I see you at a certain level. Other people have their moments. Like, Trossard's had his moments this season. Martinelli in the last 2-3 years is nothing like the 2022-23 one. He still found a way to score big goals. Madueke, for all the criticisms, he's come in and chipped in and done quite well. Gyökeres found his form. Dalman was, he's a young player. He's in and out the side. He had his moments. It's a squad game. Realistically, we're looking at 50+ games. 70 if you're a Rice or a Saka and you're playing for your club and country. So we need everyone, man. We need everybody. And if our attackers are better, I should say, if our attacking unit plays to their potential and Arteta does what he needs to do tactically, there's nothing stopping us from another parade, Cecil, man. And you're not getting mobbed again.
That's it. That's all it is like small little tweaks. small little tweaks. I think we're good. I think we're good for next season.
Good, man.
And big up Mikel, man. I got to big him up, man. Big him up.
I wanted to ask you this as well, Cecil, man. I wanted to go over some transfer stuff. Apparently, Arsenal want to bring in 4 or 5 top quality signings this summer. Another striker, a left-sided forward, a midfielder, centre-back or full-back, and a goalkeeper, all deemed necessary to supplement the squad. What do you make of that?
I like it. I just don't know how true it is. I'm trying to think. Another goal. When was it? Was that dropped today? Yeah, 6th of July.
2 days ago. So I think Millier, we can assume that's the goalie. Yeah, that's striker. Crazy. I don't know if we get one this summer. Admittedly, a left winger, every Arsenal fan has wanted that. I wouldn't be against defensive reinforcements. I think we badly need a centre mid. I want to look at my midfield and Lewis Kelly, cold. Zubi, cold. Rice, cold. You get me one more and you've got your Marinos, your Kais, your Wanyeris, your Odegaards, your Ezes to kind of filter in through the squad. You never hear me mention centre mid against.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit... I'm a bit miffed by that. The club want, like, I need it from the actual... I need to hit it from the source. Like, man says I want to bring in... It says I want to bring in top quality signings. And then you mentioned goalkeeper. We've got Meslier. I'm sorry, like... I don't want to be disrespectful, but that's not top quality signing, bro. Like, I'll be real. Like, cool. And then I'm thinking about a striker. I'm like, yeah, all nice, sounds good. But who's the top quality striker that's really available on the market that you think you can get when you've got your...
The Alvarez thing's a myth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's done in the dark. It's not even done in the dark.
I want Creepy, though.
Yeah, Creepy will be cold. That's cold. But, like,
It's a myth.
I don't know, some of them positions and what's available and the top quality, their top quality and my top quality might be different. So, like,
yeah,
I don't know. I need to see
down to interpretation, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But the position profiles, I agree with. We need that. We 100% need that. So if you do deliver on the top quality, then I'm happy. But you might even need more than that many signings. I think you need to do a lot more backup signings there. You need to get some more.
There's a lot of spinning plates, isn't it?
Yeah, you have to get some of the, like, those little ones, like the Incapiés, the Mosquet, those little deals where you're like, oh, who is this? But they're actually cold, and you get them for good prices.
Scouts do your job.
Yeah, man. So, but I'm not angry. I'm not angry at all. I
wanted to ask you as well, yeah, just before we carry on. Well, it's in the theme with the transfers. Like, where are you on the fence? Because some Arsenal fans are like, wait, last year you saw why we needed to take time. Judge them at the start. Don't judge them at the start. Judge them at the end. Some are getting giddy. Like, what do you mean? Yeah. Where's our signings? Where are you at with it?
This is sick because I've kind of tried to think about this throughout the past couple of days of, like, do I go all out early on in the season? Like, we're bound to start doing well at the start of the season, yeah? We tend to start actually quite well these days. In the past couple of seasons, unless you're going back to, like, Brentford first game of the season.
Remind me, man. We come a long way.
The past couple of seasons, we've opened the Premier League season. We're doing it again this on Friday in August. We have the first game again. We had the first game against Palace one when they tried to set us up under the lights. We beat them. Like, past couple of seasons, we've done really well at the start of the season. So I have to have a conversation with myself because I get giddy. I get the first couple half of the season, I'm happy. I'm like, yeah, we're cold. I'm there, chest out. No one chat to me. But then everyone always does, dancing in whatever it is, crying in whatever.
Yeah, dancing in September, crying in May or whatever.
So
we were crying tears of joy. Long may it continue.
Yeah, word. But I'll be honest, there was times I was like, I always go too early. I
April, I thought it was done.
Yeah, I enjoy the first half of the season too much. Like, so I keep battling myself, like saying this year, Cecil, maybe we just play humble and cool until we get to, like, after into the new year. But I say all these things, but I know what I'm like. I'm just gonna just enjoy what we're into, beating teams, and I think we'll start well, and I'm gonna enjoy it. So you can get, like, some people have gone the other way and get annoyed that we haven't made proper signings yet, but that happens every season as well. It happens every season, like,
and we always drag them out.
Yeah, we wait till the back end where like Eze came late. I know it was an opportunity because he was going to Spurs and that, but, like, these, like, last minute signings came towards the back end and got us really excited for the season. So I'm kind of, when it comes to transfer windows, I will wait. One, because my brain and my mind's somewhere else anyway. Like, it's not like I'm not looking for instant success straight away, even though, again, the Meslier deal threw me a little bit. I'm not going to go too overboard because I trust that the club are going to do better.
And they've earned that trust from us, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly. But I will, right now where I'm sat, start of the season, I'm going to be the same Cecil, like, gassed, enjoying it, don't care who.
As you should, we're Premier League champions, man.
yeah, then man will say, "Oh, look at your." I don't know who we got. I do know who we got for the first couple. I know the fixture list, but I'm not looking at it. But some of them were like, you got an easier start. You got who have you played? They'll do all those things to try and knock Arsenal fans down. They'll give you all the things to try and keep you true and humble. But nah, man, like you said, we're champions. We start fast normally, enjoy it, Arsenal fans, and make sure you let them know, bro. Like we're not Liverpool blood. We're not starting. We're not going to be champions and looking dread at the beginning.
They fucked up, man. They gave us, they gave us an opening. They finally let us get over the line. I don't think this man here. I mean, we can criticize his way about it. The guy's tapped. He's crazy. He's finally got what he needed to do from Arsenal. And the players in general, after years of coming short, even when we've won this season, we've still had some bittersweet moments, obviously not winning 2 trophies. What do you think that's going to do? It's going to give us more hunger. And when I look at this season, of course, I can be ecstatic about the Premier League. I could throw my toys out the pram with the 2 cup finals. I could do what I've been doing since we've won the FA Cup. And quite frankly, been a bit pissed off with Mikel Arteta since he's won it. But these are the problems we wanted. Like, you go back 3, 4, 5 years ago, this was a kind of pipe dream. You know, we do a lot of talking about the past and the future. It's now about seizing the present, and that's what I think these men are gonna do. We've gone over Millier, so I'm not gonna thingy him. I can't lie. Romano said we're set to be quite busy. He said we tried an approach for Bruno, and he said we're working on Rodgers, man. What do you make of, firstly, what do you make of the Bruno Guimarães stuff? And what's the price tag for you that would make you say step away? Because for me, I know the market's gone crazy. 65, 70 million. If Newcastle are fucking about, pardon my French, good. I think, all right, let's try something else.
Bro, I think anything from because I know we've got how much money we've got so much money at the club. I think anything like past 100 or at 100, I think it's too much for Bruno. But for me, I didn't like Bruno. I didn't like him before because of the whole trying to elbow Martin Odegaard.
Yeah, he was a bit of a fug.
Yeah, the dig he gave to us when he signed for Newcastle in his welcome video.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
All of that, bro. Like he said, they had like the traveling
the
through
tweets
London,
and that.
like skipping, and the tweeting, skipping London, all that. Like, so all these things annoyed me, but when I did deep research of like, of course, he's the captain, he's a leader there. His work rate is he's got one of the he outruns everyone in the Newcastle team. So
imagine him and Rice, bro.
That's me. When I said put him, Rice, and even a Morgan Rogers in there, or him, Rice, and Miles Lewis Skelly, whatever, bro, or him, Rice, as it like, bro, dangerous. So
scary, but not for us.
Yeah, for me, I want him. I want Bruno Guimarães. I will pay. I like 80 minimum. I think that's maximum. Anything more than that, I think is ridiculous. Same with Morgan Rogers. They want over 100, but I'm like, our club doesn't do that. Like, we're not idiots. Like, we got money, but we're not going to spend 130 because Elliot Anderson went to 115 or 125 to see. Don't think we're going to be that stupid. Like, we're not going to do that. They'll want 100 million maybe for Morgan Rogers. I think realistically we'll push for 80. I think we'll push for 80 for Morgan Rogers. I know I've moved from Bruno, but I think
no, you've done it perfect.
I just think I know what the club's like. Like, we waited for Victor Gyökeres. Let's not forget they wanted 100 million. We waited it out. We were like, nah, brother, you're not getting that from us. 60.
We're gonna get there in the end.
Yeah, and we did. Like, even though he forced his way out, don't get twisted. These men will do the same. Brazil, like Bruno, will do the same if he wants to leave, and it's time.
He's 28. It's now or never type of stuff. Exactly. The only difference is they let Tonali and Gordon leave. They might play even harder ball with that. I don't know.
That's the only thing. Spurs kind of messed up there, and they messed up the market. But like, Arsenal will do the long game, and they might miss out on him for that, and it will annoy me. But they will do the long game. Let's get in his ear. Let's speak to Bruno. Listen, you're old, like you said, you're aging player. We can kind of guarantee you big competitions, big.
We just won the Prem and we got Champions League final. There's Brazilian man here. There's the London aspect. Newcastle are a bit in a rebuild. They sold 2 key players. Granted, Newcastle will be back whenever it's like they get Europe. It's a bit mixed. Then they crash out. That season that they're just like one competition, they're different. But do you really want to wait? What do you make of his age profile as well? Because many people like to sit and go, oh, he's 28, and they behave like it's 98. For me, if you get 3-4 years out of him, that is great. At the end of that, he'd be like, what, 32, 33? He becomes your Norgard.
Yeah, bro. This whole age thing, I'm not fussed about. I'll be real. Like, sometimes we get too fixated on it. Like, I'm a man that stands by the young academy players and people coming through. I'm big on that. But I think we've got a good balance of like youth and experience. I really do. And the academy coming through as well. So like, right now I'm not focused on anything to do with ages. I'll be honest. I feel like if anything, we're too young at the moment. I feel like we're targeting
Slightly.
Morgan Rogers. Yeah, Morgan Rogers, young player. Melia, young player, young goalkeeper. He's 26. That's a young goalkeeper. Morgan Rogers won Young Player of the Year last season. I did it with PFA Awards or season before.
23, 24.
Exactly. So he's
I'm
still
having it,
young.
though.
Max Dowman's coming through young. Miles Skelly's still young. Ethan might come back. That's young. We will go
Mascara, relatively young.
Young. Jeremy Mongo was going for. He's young. I know we're not going for him anymore, but like him, there was another player as well for in the World Cup. He was a young. So like, I like.
Wadi.
Bawadi. That's it. So I feel like we're pushing for the youngsters. So I'm not really too fussed about having getting some experience in there. And I know Bruno Guimarães hasn't really got like trophy winning experience. Well, he has actually. They won a trophy. They won a trophy with
Newcastle, which is a good bit of history. So you could leave on a high still. You've done history.
And you play for your nation, which is heavily scrutinized and loads of pressure.
You're the last one out when you throw in Isaac as well.
Yeah, bro. So like for me, I'm good, man. I'm more than good.
I wanted to ask you, because you've touched on it, you've touched on it. I'm a big fan of Morgan Rogers. I think off the ball, Arteta would love him. I think there's a lot of gears to go up, but I like him off the ball. I like his versatility. Obviously, you saw him come different, but you saw him come on at, for Kane for England. Arteta will play him there. One thing I like about Rogers is I see him being able to play in the pivot one day. I see him like immediately. His best role would probably be an Odegaard's role. Obviously, where you're looking at his incline into the team would be off the left. One thing I think Arsenal fans underestimate is he's played a fair amount of times off the right for Aston Villa. So if we've got Saka doing his thing, Dowman doing his thing, Noni and him, that's great. But then if I'm keeping it honest, I'm not gonna say he's not needed. But if I just said it there, innit, like he's gonna play off that left hand side. If that is the case. Ain't it the same kind of thing with Eze? To which I say, is he really needed or is it a Bacola thing then?
Well, it's so funny. So you can see me looking down right now. In our group chat, literally, as we've been live, they've been going back and forth in this exact conversation. So Kenya's thrown in some Morgan Rogers 23-year-old stat against Leandro Trossard, who's 31. And he's like, it's talking about assists, he's lower, key passes, he's lower, crosses, he's lower, carrying his passes, dribbles, he's lower than Trossard. Trossard is higher in all those things. But I'm like, but that doesn't make sense because Morgan Rogers got more assists and more goals than him this season. But she's saying, listen, this is literally an Eze part 2. Like, I don't know what's going on. She's saying more damning. Trossard played less minutes, yet overall had better play than Morgan Rogers, who played almost every game for Villa. So I'm like, and then Christian ties in as arguing with Kenya, like they're going back and forth. Like he got 14 goals and 11 assists for Villa. So like, what you want about? And then Kenya saying Morgan Rogers is massively overrated, man. Has words written all over it. So I'm sorry I'm reading out my group chat, but it's just like
it gives food for thought.
Yeah, you're talking about it. It does seem like I didn't know all those stats though. I didn't know Trossard's ranks higher than that. But I've liked Morgan Rogers. I think he's got a bit of arrogance to him, and I think he's got a quality that we don't really possess. I don't really see him though I've never really seen him though as a left winger. I know he can play on drift off the left, but I think you're right. I think it's too similar to Eze, and I don't love that. You heard me talk earlier about Doku and Semenyo. I want that sort of profile of
that demon
winger.
man.
Yeah, I want aggressive attacking clinical wingers. I don't want the ball playing tippy tappy. Let's keep the ball. Let's keep it moving. Let's find intricate passes. If you're going to do that, play in the midfield, play in the 8 role, play in the 10. Even though his work rate doesn't seem like it matches that, I just think that's where I want you. So for me, I would rather Bacola in that position. But yeah, I don't know. That's why I just don't think we should be set on Morgan Rogers. Like if we've got backups, I think, and they said that. I think, and it's not maybe
we're going to need to.
Yeah, they said Bacola's a backup, which I think is crazy. I said he's a second option if we don't get Morgan Rogers. But I'm like, brother, like I said in the video when I did the breaking news when they mentioned that, I said go for both. Go for both. So,
is Bacola even the answer as well? Because I'm being a hypocrite. I do think the skill set of, like you said, an out-and-out winger that wants to take people on, that's Bacola. Rogers can do that, but is very different. But then when I look at Bacola, I think people are overrating him. And what I mean by that is, I would take him tomorrow, bro. I would have rather you got him last year over Noni Madueke because there's similar conversations about if we can unearth this from Noni, I'd rather have that with Bacola. But I get onto Martinelli for consistency over 90 minutes. I get onto Martinelli for the right actions and consistency in terms of goals and assists. I think Bacola's from the same school of thought, really and truly. I think the same things we say about Martinelli and Noni, we'd say about Bacola. Not saying he's not better than them and all of that, but for him, it's like you're talking 100-odd million quid and you're getting to that 23, 24. You got to be a bit more polished. And I don't believe that I'm having him, but I don't believe he's the player that us Arsenal fans are saying he is.
I agree. I actually agree because I'm one of them man that like, I'm one of them man that was just like, before the World Cup, I was just thinking, bro, these men are all the same. It's like the Kola Mwanis of the world. It's the the Bacolas. They're all like hype. It's all like hype players, but they don't really they flat us. Even Dembele, and not now, but in the past in that French squad, were like they weren't good. Like, and these man are Marcus Thuram say like these attackers, like, they weren't great for me. But now I'm like, I'm being recently swayed by like the World Cup's throwing me with Bradley Bacola. I'm getting excited by the shiny toy. He's keeping Doué out the side. So I'm like, okay, there's quality there. But I've also said to myself, Cecil, we can't go off tournaments. Like James Rodriguez in the past, yeah, he had quite a good career, but
even against us, he should have bagged.
Exactly.
So it's the same Martinelli shit.
Yeah. No, I agree. But I'm more trying to look at profile though. Like, I want that profile.
That's where I'm on it. Yeah,
that's where I'm changing. I want even okay, so like a Cava Vatskelia, like that sort of profile of just aggressively attacking. I don't really care.
I wish we had that.
I don't really care. Like Martinelli is kind of that, but he has pulled back a little.
This doesn't correlate with Nelly.
Exactly. So like, I just want the profile. That's why I think I'm moving a little bit away from Morgan Rogers. And even though Bacola does sit in that camp of, you might be you're blow hot and cold, but at least you'll give me the profile of what I want from them.
And to be fair, if he had the goals and assists, he'd be a world-class player. He'd be top 5 in his position, arguably.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, this is hard to say. It's a bit mad, but like, I don't know. Maybe I haven't watched Vinny enough, but Vinny kind of similar as well. Like, he is a world-class player, but he's also like, he can run his map, but sometimes not always deliver. But he delivers obviously a bit more than Bacola and that. But like those sort of wingers that nowadays it is that there's some like really good wingers, but it's just that final product, or can they be consistent enough? So they're rare to come across. Like the people that do that are the best in the world. The Elise's, the Mbappe's, even though he plays down the middle.
I would love Elise, man. I'd love Creepy as well.
Yeah,
have you seen us being linked with this Mexican youth as well?
Yeah.
I'm having him, but it's kind of what you said. We need players that are kind of on it now.
I'm different. I love him because, but what I've worked with him in it. So I worked with him when I was there when he made his debut for CONCACAF. So like, I'm on my Instagram.
Go text him. Then what are you doing here? Go and get that. I know. Get it happening, man.
I know. And they're looking at like cheap money, 25 to 20 million. But like, I got told that Mexico are trying to keep hold of him. So they're trying to put a tax, like basically saying like, you got to pay up to 100 million to get him out of the country.
They're going to want some stupid piece, bro, especially when Europe comes calling.
Yeah, they want to hold on to him because, and do you know what? But I get it. I watched, like I said, on my Instagram, I watched his debut for Mexico, and my post says, I should get up, but my post says, Gilberto Mora's one to watch. The next up, like this was 2 years ago. I watched that debut.
Now look, so that was only 15 or something. He's 17.
Bro, he was moving like Max Dowman, bro. I said, this kid is gonna be fake. He's fake. He's a cheat code. And now everyone's talking about him. I'm like, calm, say nothing. Like I've got the. I don't even do the receipting of this player because I'm not really that. And I work with so many obscure players, but I'm glad I put my stock in him a little bit early. So I hope we do sign him. He is like a Max Dowman. Like he's confident. He's clutch. Trust me. Come on. Big up KJ, man.
Big up
Come
KJ,
on, man. Come on, man.
They call him the Mexican Pedri, no? Obviously, you got to be careful, but that's enough to convince me. I'll be real.
He's class. And listen, like, at the end of the day, like, players' careers can be failed wonder kids at times. But, like, I feel like I've got a good gauge of knowing a player. I saw him, I said, wow. So, like, and like, I'm lucky. I'm very lucky to work with CONCACAF because people say, like, you get good ball knowledge because these CONCACAF players are just unheard of.
Yeah, because they're not. Yeah, unless you're
no one knows about. No one's talking. No one really watches their games. But there is gems in those nations. In the US's, the Canada's, the Mexico's, even Panama's. There's a kid called Charaskia, sick player. He's
them South American dons, man. They might be a bit cheaper. And we're even linked with lesser profiles. Obviously, I know Bawardi's 18 and that, but we're linked with Yarinki, does all right for Ghana. I ain't never watched Thomas Aranda, but it tells you. That's where I find, obviously, rumors are rumors, and we're not speaking to Berta in that. But on one hand, Tonali links, Kamara's links, Alex Scott, household kind of names. And then you got to the ignorant, not even ignorance, that's the wrong word, but to the casual football fan, you got the kind of lower emerging talent. So then I don't know how I look at it, because on one hand, I do want to go Mahrez. I do want that conversation. Miles Lewis Kelly, Zubi, Rice, who the hell is playing? Somebody's got to miss out. And then I also think, are they going to go for a younger model, which can compete, can have them on their toes, but there's less of a pressing need. There's going to be less crying about this one not playing, that one not playing. It's difficult, man.
Yeah, so these are new. So I'm looking at the names. Apart from Bawardi, these are new names to me. So I'm trying to get an idea. Even the Ying, Yeah, Kingy. I'm sorry, I'm saying.
I watched him play for Ghana. To be fair, we've been linked with that youth for time. He can play right back as well. I actually like him. Of that list, naturally, like I've seen you, Rinky. I rate him. I can't talk about Aranda, but Wardy, get it done, bro.
Yeah, Randy as well. Plays at Boca Juniors. 90. I didn't even know this. I do
and
remember.
That Mazambi youth's cold as well. If he goes
Mazambi's
Newcastle, Newcastle doing the football manager thing now.
Yeah. Trust me. Now, Mazambi is very, very good. Very good. There's a few little gems. There was a guy from Australia, fast brother, as well.
There's some decent players over there in the World Cup. I know people say you shouldn't scout off that, but there's guys that's going to get moves. There's actually some decent goalies. Like, I ain't watched him play club football, but the Paraguay keeper, I look at him. I look at Millier. I know one's free, but
yeah, bro. There's other goalkeepers, man, them could have poached, but you know what?
Even the Cape Verde keeper for a year
was at him. Trust me, bro. I would have, trust me. But yeah, but those players, it's good that we're just active. I don't know shades. I need to send kicks. I need to send kits, or I need to do
AJ's on his scouting. Man said send kits,
I'm supposed to be doing the under-20s CONCACAF championships. That's actually literally it's in the start of August. I'm supposed to be going over there to Mexico to cover that, but I'm sadly going. Well, not sadly. It's also blessed. I'm going back to Africa with AFTV, but you're doing good. You get good little scouts.
Go scout, regardless. Go find them African ballers. You need to go get Bert's number, man.
Trust me, I used to message their about players as well. That's a little secret fact for you as well. But he never took any of my recommendations.
Better if he listened.
Yeah, word. He never took any of my recommendations, but it is what it is. To be fair, no, he didn't. I said João Pedro tight when he was at Watford. They played. There was a Brazilian there was a Brazilian charity match that I went to. Edu was there, and everyone was there. Mora was there. Gabriel Magalhães was there, and I remember seeing João Pedro. I was like, bro, this kid is sick. And then lo and behold, obviously, he had his time at Watford, went somewhere else, then he comes to Chelsea. I was like, there's content of me really advocating for him. Me and Robbie and me, Turkish, we were arguing mad. He's like, bro, he's not what you think. He's not good. And lo and behold, I actually think he's been good for Chelsea. But
he's one of the Chelsea attackers you can't mock. He's actually decent.
You can't. He's good. So man. But yeah, man. Yeah, it's good that we're active. What's this one?
Yeah, man. My last thing for you, I want to talk to you about Konza, man. What do you think of him? Because it's a weird one for me. Admittedly, Cecil. Like, obviously, I'm 50 million. I wouldn't cry in it, but if you could get him for 35, and we've got, from a selfish point of view, you got Saliba, you got Gabriel, you got all the defensive stuff. Obviously, Benjamin White and Timber get injuries. He could play right back, but that's what it's for. That's why we linked him, because of the injuries to Saliba. That's what this all come up because of the back thing with Saliba. So now they're saying apparently Arsenal have reacted to potential injuries to Saliba that they're looking to cover that. The Palace lad.
Yeah, with Konza. That's or even the Palace guy. But also I have kind of knowledge that our centre backs, the doctors kind of know that they haven't got too long from like their future readings, so they're gonna be looking at new centre backs. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I can really say.
You do hear them rumbles about Gabriel Magalhães, but then we always should be scouting for the future and that. In a couple of years we might have Marley Salmon chomping on the bit like that. That's another thing. Generally, I think we need to do, bring through some defenders and steady eddies, because you know what the sort of players we bring through in it. Lewis Kelly's a bit unique because 9 times out of 10 it is the Wanyeris, the Dalmany type of players.
Yeah. No, you're spot on. I think you're right there. I think we need to Marley Salmon's quality. I think you could bring him through. So but there will be some centre backs, I reckon, being signed. And I don't mind as long as the money's not too mad. We're good to go. But right. Yeah, that's me. That's it. I think.
Yeah, bro, I'm with you with that. I mean, it's just a shame we've had you here and we ain't actually signed no one. Hopefully, the Rogers, the Bacolas, the Kamaras or the random Joe blogs. We can rest assured, people, Berta and Arteta are on the case. As me and Cecil said at the start, you're allowed to be frustrated. You definitely are. But don't judge the club at the start. Judge them at the end. God forbid, but if the window closes and we ain't done what we need to be doing, let them have it, innit? Cecil, it's been a while, but it's always great being here with you. Obviously, I respect your time. You got things to do. Let people know they can find you, man, before you get out of here. And big up the chat.
Yeah, big up Cecil_GJEE. But yeah, I should be back hopefully after Africa. Let's maybe try and link up after Africa, which is right by the start of the season. So
where in Africa are you going?
We're going back to Kenya for 6 days.
Mad over there, man.
Yeah, first week of August, and I'm traveling back. Yeah, I'll be back traveling again. I'll actually traveling again next week. But yeah, that's when just before the start of the season, or when the season starts, we'll lock back in. But yeah, man, big up everyone. Just lock in where you can. some of the shows, socials as well. Just socials for me. Socials are doing a lot for me right now. So if you can
just slap
support the
Cecil
cause.
on Instagram, everything
Yeah,
will
man.
pop up, man. Like there's no one else with the name, bro. Like
Yeah,
it's
Cecil
subscribe, show
underscore
love,
G,
do all of that.
Snapchat, TikTok, do that, and obviously
Everything.
If you obviously I'm assuming you lot aren't new here. DG's got a sick community, but yeah, follow him, subscribe. He's doing big things. I like to see it. Well, this is a year everyone's doing. Listen, we also won the league. I feel like the Arsenal content creators have just gone up another level, so it's nice.
We got to keep going, man. We're never resting on our laurels, man. And it can't be done like me, people like Cecil. Ultimately, we're not here if people like you lot in the chat don't support. So go and follow Cecil on the socials. Like he said, the Snaps, the TikToks, the Instagrams, even fucking platforms that are not here. Just type it in. You'll find him. And we appreciate you lot because I'll be talking to Cecil about football anyways, but it's nice to see you lot offering opinions, etc., etc. So we're going to love and leave you lot, people. Cecil, safe flight to Kenya and everything else you're doing. We'll link up when you're back, my boy. In a bit. Peace. There's a video coming out in the transfer news.